far northeast of Scotland, deep port for some of the cruelest seas in the world. This is the most dangerous job in Britain. Now, in Trawlermen, a new generation of fishermen are about to make their mark, braving violent storms and deadly conditions. All to put fish on our plates. 100 miles west of Scotland, far into the Atlantic Ocean, the Arcane is searching for large haddock. The boat is in massive debt, but skipper Charlie McBride hopes that a 250-mile steam out of her usual fishing grounds will bring a change in fortune.
It's a gamble you take. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, and a fair heart never won a fair lady.
Charlie's gamble appears to pay off. The first haul at the new location produces a bag full of fish. But there's a problem.
Catch a little cod now. We don't want to see cod.
Scientists say that cod stocks are close to collapse. Consequently, a quota system restricts fishermen to landing only a certain percentage of cod within each catch. Any cod caught beyond the quota has to be discarded.
Look at that there. Is there any sense that we haven't enough quota for cod, so we're gonna... That cod's dead. Dead as a dodo. And we're going to trim it back over the side. There you go. Bye-bye. They put it back over and they got surely that's immoral. But they keep it the birds illegal. We don't want to catch the cod, but you just can't help catch the cod. You can't stick a sign on the net saying no cod please. Because if the fish are on the ground, you're going to catch it. And it gets worse every year because the cod stock's building up. There's more cod on the ground, yet the quotas isn't coming up quick enough. So every year there's more cod being dumped.
Last year, the McBrides were prosecuted for landing and selling fish rather than throwing them back.
Absolutely diabolical. Absolutely no sense in it whatsoever.
Now, if they can't repay £400,000, they face jail. Every fish the McBrides throw away just adds to their debts.
We're going to have to steam somewhere else now for tomorrow's morning to keep clear of the cod. Makes me sick. We're out here to catch fish, and then when you find fish, you've got to run away from it.
400 miles away from the Arcane, on the other side of the North Sea, there's a pair of hunters at work. Last year, this team, towing one massive net between them, caught nearly £2 million worth of fish. The Sunrise is skippered by John Stephen. Her fishing partner is the Ocean Dawn, skippered by Ian Ritchie, a veteran of over 35 years at sea.
Ian! 3 marks!
Me and Ian have been fishing together for just now 6 years. We just get doing great, the crews get doing great, so it's a good partnership. 9 times out of 10 we're both thinking exactly the same. That's why we're doing well.
All the gear expenses split between the two boats. It's a 50-50 partnership with everything.
The Sunrise is shooting a brand new £20,000 net. She's going to have to catch a lot of fish to pay for it. In charge of the new net is John Stephen's son, John Jr.
I'm going to go through it all up. What's up?
Mama, this net will just talk it through. Just leave it. That's a new net been showed for the first time, so hopefully it'll come up with a good haul. Hopefully it'll come up in one piece.
A new net's our way aye, so we'll see how she performs.
A quarter of a mile apart, the pair team tow one huge net. Its mouth is 200 feet across. After 5 hours, they haul for the first time.
That's a new net. It's the longest fishing net. Rubbish. What even call the fish?
Nothing. Zilch. Cold dodgy.
Something here, achter. Ik ken hem just the thing here.
Okay, try things. We have in. I can't just go on scrap a thing. I can't have scrap as she's spunking. Say try, huh? Different thingies, huh?
You and minute, Dave. You're not going to be different thingy. Get it. I'll try it back. It's Dave Jones' fault. It's a brand new net right out in the fog break, you know what I mean? There's bigger fish in the goldfish pool. Very poor haul. It is. But obviously we're looking at 15 boxes. This fish room will hold 900 boxes. That's 15 down, 895 to go.
The Arcane has the opposite problem. Too many fish, but of the wrong sort. Charlie McBride has steamed overnight to new fishing grounds to find the haddock.
God's sakes. Left the cod. If I left the cod, we're going to dump the whole over saying, no cod in our thing. What the hell's that?
The cod are dying in the hopper. The fishermen find themselves frantically trying to save the lives of the fish they've just caught.
Some of them are still alive. Most of them are dead. Just trying to save the old one that might be alive. Get them out, as quick as we can. There's over half a ton in that haul, a cod. That would have done every one of them. It's soul destroying. It's absolutely soul destroying. There's absolute madness in it. There's 12,000 cod in that hole. So there are 1,000 pounds of fish that were thrown over the side. Hard enough to get a living. Not like throwing money over the reel.
The pressure is building on Skipper Charlie. The Arcane has been at sea for 5 days, burning fuel and catching the wrong sort of fish.
Somebody here, starboard shoulder. What happened? What's wrong? Is it the hospital? It's not that far out, Stephen. What's wrong? Yeah. When things go wrong like that last hole, they can get stressed out very quickly. Why? Different people handle pressure in different ways. I would try and not let it go to me, but he goes the other way and I guess him. What way? He blows off and he gets on with it. Who's better doing that way than somebody bottling it up too long? Every fisherman's under pressure, but I think we're under just a bit more than most.
On the pair trawlers, John Stephen is also feeling the pressure. He's got a new net, but no fish.
That fish I was sticking off, it's the guilty.
In an effort to get his fishing right, they're making adjustments to the mesh.
Don't again, boys, just leave it.
One second.
No, I know, a double blue. Just like I do, I know, but I want to watch this.
Different generations of fishermen handle stress in different ways.
My father wasn't getting it a bit too much. He takes stuff a bit personal too much sometimes, he does.
Yeah, I don't know. God, I do be sorry. I can get too warm sometimes, like...
It's a brand new net. It gets to all this to start working.
While they struggle to fix Sunrise's new net, the pair trawlers continue fishing with the ocean dawns low.
Oh, I've seen the little rods. It's like a proper poor hole. It's like half a lift from here, like right now.
The small catch in Ian's net compounds their problems. They'll have to move to fresh ground.
Oh, it's roaring space that time. It's crumbling. That's no good. It's the way shifty here until we get again.
By nightfall, they moved on. But John thinks he may have cracked the problem with the new net.
There's been deep water balls and I've never had more flotation than normal balls. So, we're going to change them. Should sort it out. Hopefully it will. Sleep tonight till I see some fish in that net. Then I'll be happy. I will worry till I see a haul of fish in them. I'll be worried. Find out tomorrow.
The success of the whole trip rests upon one £20,000 net. But this investment is a drop in the ocean compared to the money being spent on the latest boat to join Peterhead's fishing fleet. At 1,000 tons and 40 metres in length, the Viking Monarch will be the largest whitefish trawler in the UK. The man with the ambition and deep pockets to get her fishing is skipper Jason Schofield.
Well, it's looking good now. It's taken some time, but it's looking good now. It'll be a bit nerve-wracking the first trip. I should have every angle covered. Too many unhooking. Disaster.
But the boat is no stranger to unforeseen disaster. Before this refit, she was an Irish Atlantic trawler called the Solstice. One of her crew was killed at sea in a winch accident, and then 3 years ago, she went bust. Now renamed the Viking Monarch, Jason hopes he can change her luck.
There was a hospital on this boat before which was removed. There'd been one or two accidents on this boat in the past, and been a fatality, so really it's the start of a new era for this boat, so we're going to put our own hospice on and take our own luck on board, so every little thing helps.
A new vessel of this kind would cost Jason's family at least £5 million, but they've got this boat at a knockdown price, even if the refit cost another £500,000. To fill her fuel tanks for the first time comes to £50,000. To get the boat fishing again, Jason's headhunted one of the UK's most successful large trawler skippers, Yorkshireman John Musgrave.
It's a large substantial amount of money that you've got to fork out before you get any return. So yeah, we've got to get down there and get some fishing.
Her crew has been hand-picked from other boats, but it's the first time they'd worked together as a team on a trawler of this size.
They're all strange, it's a strange game, strange hanging some.
Fishing on this scale brings huge rewards, but can be extremely dangerous.
Everything on this boat's really powerful, and gear's very heavy, and everybody's just got to keep their wits about them.
The first few days of this trip will be spent practicing shooting and hauling the gear. With Jason in the wheelhouse and John on deck, the two skippers try to knock into shape an unfamiliar boat and unfamiliar crew.
Well, that bloke's alright. Slack!
Will a coat of paint, a new name and a fresh start be enough to change Viking Monarch's luck?
It's gonna break the wire!
The pair trawlers are also desperate for a change in fortune. They're about to find out if all John's tinkering with the new net will bring them their first decent haul. That's the least of the day. There may be half a ton of fish in the cod end, but it's not what they are hoping for.
The cod is just rubbish. Again, too much small fish, not a good quality. Heartbreaking to say that. Whoa!
But there's some compensation. Fish may be small, but at least they've got the net working.
We think we've a problem solved with nets, so it's good. How does fish to see? We just can't find it this week.
The pairs shoot their net again. Now all the skippers have to do is find the fish.
It's getting serious. A lot of days out the harbour now and we've no fish aboard the boat. We've 12 men to pay as well. 5 families to keep. Hopefully, we'll get some fish. Have we got good fish? There's black managers to pay. Fuel to pay, it's a fortune. Jeepers.
The Viking Monarch, the UK's largest whitefish trawler, is also struggling to change her luck. She's been at sea for 3 days and has hit a serious snag.
Bloody hell. We're just hauling up to get the net clear.
Her brand new net has just been ripped apart by rocks on the seabed. The net's torn to shreds. Bad news for the crew who will have to mend it by hand.
Oh God, we no sleep tonight. Terrible. Like kindergarten cop. Kindergarten fishing. Very, very poor. She's got worse and worse. Award of the tip. Shambles. Yeah.
The Viking Monarch is yet to shake her jinxed reputation. Every boat has her own character. And on the Arcane, veteran skipper Charlie McBride knows precisely why boats are always female.
People sometimes ask why you refer to a ship as a she or her. Few reasons springs to mind. One is, a ship like a woman, it's not the initial acquisition or acquiring of it, although that can be costly too. It's the upkeep and the high maintenance and after that. Another one is just like this ship now, she's had a good slap of paint fired around her. It looks pretty for a while once the paint wears off. Start to show their age a bit then, a bit rougher looking. And quite often it takes a strong hand at the helm to steer them in the right direction.
Today's a special day on the Arcane. Charlie's prepared a surprise for Keith, the oldest member of his crew.
Happy birthday, old boy.
Oh, I forgot about it.
Yes, we forgot, didn't you? We didn't forget. Happy birthday, old boy.
Oh, cheers, mate.
Happy return. There's a card to play his own side, a wee present for you.
Thank you very much. Charles, young Charles, Stephen, thank you very much, lads.
Lovingly wrapped in newspaper and gaffer tape, the crew have bought Keith something more important than food, money and sleep.
There you are.
200 of his favourite cigarettes.
Another good cough. Thanks, mate.
Plenty more to them, son.
Hope so. Happy birthday, Keith.
All the best, man.
I spent a lot of birthdays at sea. Happy birthday. 16th, 21st, 18th. Your 60th? 60th. I'm still here. Yeah? Time to hang the letters up nearly, I think.
Charlie's dodged the cod for the time being, but the net's caught more unwanted species. Gannets.
Gallants are diving down in the water off the fish. Silly buggers for talking now. There you go. First 100%, nothing wrong with it. He'll survive.
other side of the North Sea, just when the Viking Monarch's crew could do with some plain sailing, they're hit by a gale.
Well, you can hear it. You hear the wind. It's just howling now. Probably gusting up to about 50 mile an hour now. Not stopping us just yet, but certainly not stupid as just now.
Force and 10, 11, then it makes it quite more difficult for the crew and too dangerous really.
As conditions deteriorate, the Viking Monarch gets her first decent haul.
Dear oh dear.
There's 2 tons of fish rolling around on deck.
Somebody's going to get hurt doing this. We're losing control. Tell me this about like that in bad weather, somebody's going to get hurt.
Let's start the haul it up, set us in the heart.
Jesus. What a performance.
The Viking Monarch's catching fish. Despite the conditions, they keep fishing through the night. Half the size of the Viking Monarch, the pair trawlers are also struggling to haul in force 10 conditions. They can hardly stand in the 10-meter swells.
Just going to get a wee bit worse. I think it's 50, 55 knots for one, I think.
The closeness of the 2 boats brings a host of dangers.
This is what it was, Dave. You both boats are touched each side of the net. You can't manoeuvre the same. So you just need to be a bit more careful of buckling the gear. That's poor on brother, like. You don't want to be touching an elegance and everything like that.
To get the net in, the hopper is virtually empty.
Can't just behind the joke.
As night falls, the weather gets even worse. The pair team are finding it impossible to find the fish, let alone catch them.
I've never seen it like this. I've never had a start like this. This is pathetic. But jeebus, has to get better. Better, get better. Oh, me.
In stark contrast to the pairs, the Viking Monarch seems to have shaken off her bad luck. The hauls just keep getting bigger. Jason's first trip target of 1,400 boxes is beginning to look realistic.
Just now we're just coming up for 700. We've not been out a week yet, so hopefully we can put another 700 onto that, but I think that might be too optimistic. We'll see.
But Jason soon has cause to celebrate. The next haul is his biggest yet. There's 5 tons of fish in the hopper. All hands are needed to process the catch.
That's a large quality
that's a medium haddock, a good, beautiful medium haddock, you know. Plenty of haddocks in the sea. And decent fish, a premium price.
Could have another 2 days out with that today. We should be not far off the hook, hopefully.
The fish are mounting up in the hold, and the crew won't be going home empty-handed. The pair trawlers are not so fortunate. The storms have forced them to seek the nearest shelter, a 60-mile steam through the Norwegian fjords to the port of Bergen.
It's going to be the 4th day for 24 hours, so get a wee bit of peace in here. Save some fuel for a day, go out tomorrow again.
For the younger members of the crew, it's a new experience.
Go ahead, Ed. No, I've been here off all so indifferent.
The two crews decide to make the best of a bad jaunt and head into town. Skipper Ian takes the crew for a morale-raising pint, but no one is keen to buy the first round.
£8.50 a pint. I was going to shed it, didn't I? We should keep all the money in and draw straws. At least one man can get drunk. So we'll sleep easy tonight, Ken, and my crew's going to be very fresh tomorrow morning.
But John Stephen is in no mood for a run ashore.
We can't blame anyone but ourselves. Fearsome. Did the D45, go home with no fish, get D45 back in the deck. Somebody else will discover.
It's a happier ending for the Viking Monarch. If the success of her first trip is anything to go by, the UK's biggest whitefish trawler has buried her troubled past.
Ah, it's good. Great, yeah. It'll be nice when we get this fish landed tonight and get a few hours in bed.
Because I had to put my ship through all the perches with the weather. The crew handled it well, the ship handled it well, so we believe that we got a trip in and that everything went alright, and yeah, I'm pleased.
The Viking Monarch landed nearly 100 tons of fish and sold them for £80,000, a handsome catch for her first 10-day trip. In the Atlantic, the Arcane's enjoying perfect fishing conditions, and there's a surprise waiting in the cod end. A rare deep-water skate.
That's our big bluey. We got the market value of it, so we'll throw over the rail now still today.
The skate weighs 60 kilos, but there's no market for it.
Ain't been on the words for that. Ignacius winter is what I was saying. Keep it happy.
But there's no way they'll be throwing away the rest of the catch.
Makes a high-value fish. That's what we're looking for.
It's an elusive flatfish called magro, hardly eaten in Britain. But it fetches a great price with the French and Spanish buyers.
They're worth around 150 to 250, 300, sometimes 300 for the boat. If you get 3 or 4 of them a hole, 7 or 8 holes a day, you start jarring up.
After 8 days at sea, the Arcane is landing her catch. They'll earn just enough from this trip to keep their creditors at bay.
We're not going down because we're fighters. We're fishermen. Fishermen are fighters.
My great motto of the season, never despairing, and that's us. We don't despair, we keep on it. We'll be here in 10 years' time. I might not be, but my son will. It'll be great, still be fishing. God willing.
Next time on Trawlermen, drama on the high seas. John Buchan goes head-to-head with a Spanish trawler in Scottish waters.
So that Lord Buchan you aboard, otherwise I will shoot my cable, and I will throw right across every net you have.
And the pair team face a new crisis.
Yeah, Covey, I've never seen a drop like this. Never.
sa sa